Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Did Tammy Slaton skip Amy and Michael Halterman's wedding? Amy and Michael Halterman's wedding happened before TLC started filming 1,000 Pounds Sisters. Fans, however, can't help but wonder what the Slaton sisters' relationship was like before the show. Have Tammy and Amy always been close? Fans noticed Tammy seemed a bit jealous of Gage stealing Amy's attention away. And they can't help but wonder how Tammy might have felt about Michael. Turns out, there is a rumor swirling that Tammy Slaton was not a guest at Amy and Michael's wedding. But her reason for skipping the wedding isn't as spiteful as you might think. The question is simple. What was her alleged reason for not attending the wedding? And, is there any truth to this rumor? We decided to get to the bottom of it. Keep reading for the truth. So, did Tammy Slaton skip Amy and Michael's wedding? A media outlet recently reported Tammy Slaton opted out of attending Amy and Michael Halterman's wedding. But, the outlet explains her reason for skipping the special day wasn't spiteful. Turns out, Tammy Slaton and her sister Amy have been making a huge effort to lose weight over the years. They've tried tons of diet pills and fad diets over the years. The sisters truly believed weight loss surgery was their last chance to successfully lose the weight. According to Soap Dirt, Amy and Michael Halterman technically have had 2 weddings. They had their original wedding. And they had a second wedding to renew their vows. The outlet reports Tammy Slaton was not a guest at the first wedding. The outlet goes on to explain Tammy skipped the wedding because she was having bad side effects to a diet pill. She noted the pill was making her sick. And she didn't want to ruin her sister's wedding by being sick. On YouTube, if you do a search, you will find videos of Amy Halterman's wedding ceremony. You will see Tammy at the wedding. So you might be thinking there is no way Tammy skipped the wedding. But those videos are from the second wedding when they renewed their vows. See the video below. After doing a little digging, we found a report by Heavy that reveals the truth. Tammy Slaton didn't skip Amy's first wedding because she was sick from diet pills. Turns out, Amy and Michael eloped. They did so without any family members present. Tammy wasn't the only one that didn't go to their first wedding. No one did, because they wanted it that way. Amy and Michael have a second ceremony. Amy and Michael Halterman did have a second wedding. A wedding with an official ceremony. A wedding they invited family and friends to. This wedding was part of the 1,000 Pounds Sisters series. Amy notes the wedding was surrounded by love. Tammy is all smiles as she attends the wedding as her sister's maid of honor. Tammy Slaton notes she pushed through the pain to make it down the aisle for her sister's special day. Debunked. Tammy Slaton did not skip her sister's wedding. Be careful what you read, folks. Truthfully, Tammy Slaton did not skip her sister's wedding. And it is unfair for any media outlet to suggest she did. No one attended Amy and Michael's original wedding because they eloped. But Tammy Slaton was all smiles as she was involved in the second wedding with an official ceremony. The rumor mill has been churning like a blender on high. And of course reality TV star Tammy Slaton is at the center of the smoothie. Fans spotted whispers in comment threads, a missing Instagram tag here, a cryptic, "Wish you were here" post there, and suddenly the internet wanted to know. Did Tammy Slaton really skip Amy and Michael Halterman's wedding? Let's unpack this with the kind of melodramatic affection the internet loves. Equal parts speculation, sympathy, and a dash of theatrical horn blowing. First, let's set the scene. Weddings are emotional magnets. Happy tears, family obligations, seating charts that could be mistaken for chess strategies. For reality stars, whose every move is public property, the stakes are amplified. Amy Halterman, known for her gentle charm and occasional storyline turbulence, and Michael, by all accounts devoted and steady, tie the knot. Expect confetti, live streams, and a wave of Instagram stories. Expect everyone who matters to be there, unless there's a reason they can't be. Enter Tammy. Tammy Slaton is a singular figure in the reality TV ecosystem. Candid, melancholic, exuberant, and occasionally prickly. She elicits loyalty and scorn in equal measure. If she did skip the wedding, there are a dozen plausible narratives, and each one tells a different story about love, loyalty, and the pressures of being a public person. Narrative 1. The practical explanation. Life is messy. Travel is expensive. Health is unpredictable. Family obligations pile up. For someone managing medical issues or mobility concerns, an RSVP can feel like a promise you can't keep. Tammy's absence might be nothing more dramatic than bad timing and the honest reality of limitations. Fans who love her understand that absence can be an act of self-care, not slights and spectacles. Narrative 2. the family drama explanation. Weddings are often where old tensions resurface, siblings who never fully healed, exes lurking in the pews, petty grievances inflated by champagne. Tammy has never been a stranger to interpersonal turbulence. Perhaps she opted out to avoid becoming the soapbox for an unresolved feud. Skipping, in this light, is a refusal to be weaponized in family politics. Narrative 3. The loyalty or betrayal explanation. There's a deliciously scandalous spin where fans imagine Tammy as the jilted friend. Someone who arrived, saw something she didn't like, a look, a whisper, a side hug from an ex, and chose to leave in a flourish of dignity and drama. Or she never arrived because she felt betrayed by a private slight. This is the narrative the gossip columns dream of, charged with emotion, full of quotes that may or may not be accurate, and guaranteed to trend for a hot second. Narrative 4. The performative absence. In an era where social media presence is both currency and storytelling device, sometimes not being there is part of the plot. A cryptic absence can fuel engagement, comments, and manufactured intrigue. Did Tammy skip the wedding because she wanted the stage elsewhere, like a surprise TV appearance, a content pivot, or simply to create a story arc? If so, it's a ruthless but effective strategy. Mystery sells. Now let's be kinder for a beat. Behind every inbox and Instagram notification is a human navigating complicated things. If Tammy was absent, viewers who have followed her journey should remember she's been through tough health battles and emotional valleys. Choosing not to attend might have been an act of protection, of mental health, of physical comfort, or of preserving a fragile peace. The impulse to dunk on a missing celebrity feels mean when you pause to imagine their private life. The texts unsent, the thoughts unshared, the apologies rehearsed aloud, imagining the couple's perspective. Amy and Michael, assuming this was a joyous, intentional decision, likely wanted a celebration focused on their marriage, not a sideshow. They might have preferred Tammy's absence to a scene. Weddings are merciful that way. They demand priorities, and sometimes absent guests make the day gentler, not meaner. If we're writing the headline versions of events, because that's fun, here are the possible end-of-day takeaways. If Tammy missed the wedding for health or logistics, this is a reminder that reality star lives aren't always reality. Sometimes they're just human lives full of compromises. If her absence was because of unresolved tensions, it's a prompt that some relationships have undercurrents the cameras don't catch. And a wedding isn't always the best place to wade into quiet, complicated water. If it was a deliberate media move, well, call it strategy. In a world where attention equals opportunity, absence can be as loud as presence. And if it was a mix of all the above, then you have the most human explanation. People make choices that are messy and contradictory and, frankly, understandable. Of course, the internet will keep spinning, because spinning is what it does best. There will be commenters who assume malice, defenders who memorialize the absent star's sacrifices, and 1,000 hot takes that decline to consider nuance. But the best remedy for gossip is context. It's also compassion. The camera lenses and comment threads rarely capture the small, quiet reasons behind a NO. An exhausted body, a strained voice, a fragile heart. So what should the curious fan do? Celebrate the couple, first and foremost. If Tammy's absence pains you, remember she's a character within a larger narrative, and her choices are hers to make. If the story needs closure, let it manifest as a respectful message or a patient wait for whatever Tammy herself decides to say. Public figures owe the public some access, but they owe themselves the right to privacy even more. Finally, let's close with a little scene for the imagination. Picture Tammy at home, a steaming mug at her elbow, watching footage of Amy and Michael laughing down the aisle. She smiles because love deserves celebration, and then she closes her phone, breathes, and whispers something like, "I'll make it to the afterparty in my heart." Whether literal or metaphorical, that's the kind of ending that leaves room for empathy. So, did Tammy Slaton skip Amy and Michael Halterman's wedding? Maybe. Maybe not. The truth probably lives in a place that's quieter than a trending hashtag. A place with messy motives, private hurts, and the complicated, tender humanity that reality TV sometimes forgets to show. Whatever the reason, the best response is a little curiosity, a little restraint, and, if you're a fan, a lot of patience.